Well, the Honourable Friend makes a very, very good point. Of course, it's important that young people's voices are heard, and the urgency with which they make the case for change is compelling and attractive. But it is also the case that steps have been taken by this government, and indeed, let me pay tribute to the member for Doncaster Central. Steps have been taken in Doncaster North. Forgive me. Steps have been taken by successive governments in order to ensure that we reduce carbon emissions and that we play our part in the fight against climate change. There's a lot done, but there's a lot more to do.
Angela Smith.
Speaker, Minette Batters, the very highly respected president of the NFU, said last week that the impact of a no-deal Brexit would be absolutely savage. I can't imagine, she said, how bad it would look. We would see a long-term future of just bringing cheap imports in. On the basis of her comments, she knows her farmers, I know my farmers, I know they're worried. Will the Secretary of State guarantee that the government will take no deal off the table?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate the honourable lady on that question. She's absolutely right. Minette Batters is an outstanding public servant as leader of the NFU. And I also know from the honourable lady's consistent work in this House since she was elected that she's one of the strongest and most diligent advocates for rural Britain. So I absolutely understand the concerns that she expressed. And indeed, when I had the chance to speak at the NFU conference earlier this week, I made the case that in the event of no deal, our food producers would face significant tariff and other barriers. That is why it's so important that everyone across this House, when the opportunity comes, supports the Prime Minister in making sure that we do get a deal that safeguards Britain's interests and allows us to leave the European Union in an effective fashion.